Matt, it takes that guy so long to get to the shore.
It's...
Welcome to Pop Culture Minefield Saturday Morning Fun Time. This is Zax telling you to get those breakfast bowls ready because away we go.
I love that intro.
Yes, I love Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I love.
Yeah. That's not Space Ghost Coast to Coast. It's just Space Ghost.
Wow, that's how old are you? Are you again, Brandon?
Me? I'm
Yeah.
40. I'm 40. I'll be 42 this year, so I count myself as 42.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Whatever
Okay.
the year age I'm supposed to be, that's what I am. So 42.
Okay.
And Space Ghost is badass.
Yeah, Gary Owens from best known for Laugh-In as the radio announcer. He was the voice of Space Ghost.
Yep.
Yeah, I keep getting feedback from some. One of you motherfuckers has feedback.
I've got my earphones. I mean, my headphones.
Motherfuckers. Welcome to Saturday Morning Fun Time. We are here to entertain and elucidate, whatever the word is.
Illuminate.
No, I don't want to illuminate anything. No, we're going to illuminate too. That's true. I guess we shall talk about some amazing Zaslov news and opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And this show is going to be full of opinions today. And I don't know why I'm a big head. Let's go to normal. There we go. We're going to be talking about, the Justice League, what's coming with Black Adam, and basically the Zaslov plan. What is it? I want to say hello to everybody in the chat once I introduce our panel today. And of course, my partner in crime just below me there is Keith. That's Keith Moncrief. He is the coolest black dude in Springfield, Missouri. And there are a lot of black people there. People think, oh, it's a white town. It is not. It is a town of color. And Keith is the coolest of color there. Well, of brown color. When I was there, I was the coolest of pink color.
Going all pink skinned, I see.
I'm all pink. Look at me. Look at the color, mate. Yeah, and don't you fucking say a word, Ryan, about my English accent. Fuck you. Ryan, of course,
yes.
Ryan is our
Keith,
new
that was
limey
awesome
friend. Viking is not my only limey friend, or purple. And so, Ryan, I want to introduce you to our group. Ryan has his own little channel. What's the name of your channel?
My name.
That's it?
It's my name. Yes, Ryan Roger Athay.
Okay. And he does really interesting reviews. I saw his review and I was like, oh, that was really nice what you said about us. I don't think we deserve it. I don't.
Oh, I think you all deserve it.
Very
you had
much.
some kind words to say about Brandon, the anime guy, too. And
Mhm.
now that's well deserved, even though I pulled his leg before the show going, no, he didn't deserve that. But he does. He does a really good show. And he had a show this morning before us, and we'll be getting into that in a minute. And of course, our good friend Deleted Scenes is here from South Carolina.
Yay.
How y'all doing down there?
Oh, we're doing just fine.
Yeah, I find it so funny you don't have a Southern accent. But then again, I don't have one either, and I'm from the South. People are like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. Some people get it, some don't. But Keith knows that when I get tired, I don't say tired, I say tired. You can hear my drawl come through.
I have a draw too. See, I got one.
Say y'all.
Yo.
Oh wait, you're
Hey,
from,
y'all.
you grew up in Missouri, so here in Missouri, they say the most fucked up thing I've ever heard. It's called yuns.
What?
Instead of y'all, In Missouri and Oklahoma, they say
What?
yuns. Yeah,
Yums.
The
it
hell
makes
is that?
no fucking sense to me. It's like you ones. What the fuck are you saying? You ones? Yuns? They do. Yuns going down to the store? I'm like, what the fuck is that? Y'all
Might
makes
as well
sense.
just-
It's you all. Y'all. And it comes
You
from
that are
England,
extended out to use
name.
guys. Use guys.
Well, that's up. Chicago and New York are known for that one. You know,
Yep.
up there in Chicago, don't you know?
The Bears. The Bears.
The
Doubles.
Bears.
Doubles.
Go get some ribs.
won.
Oh, somebody knows, up in New York. It's like, oh, somebody knows CPR because I just had some Chicago ribs. They're killing me. What the fuck? And it's funny when I'm hanging out with some of my friends from regional areas of the country with distinct accents, I adapt the accent while I'm talking to them, and it annoys me when I do it. I'm like, God damn it, stop that. But I do it. So I went to Baron. I sent you an invite. Why aren't you on the show, motherfucker? Pacific 414 is in the house.
Pacific.
6.
6.
Yeah, that's correct. This shit ain't over. Not by a fucking mile.
It's
as
never
they
over.
say.
Can never give up. It ain't never gonna end.
Yeah,
Never over until we say it is.
Damn right.
My problem, though, like growing up in the South, is beat somebody's ass in a fight. And they're like, shit ain't over. I'm like, you're going to make me beat your ass again. Or are you going to escalate and include knives and guns? That's the problem in the South. You never know. Let's see. Happy birthday, Zax. That's right. Zax turned years old today.
21?
Something like that. It's his
I'm
first,
forever 29.
It's his second 21 today. Pat asked,
Oh.
what's wrong? I have no idea, Pat.
I'm gonna say if it's second 21, that means he's right there with me.
Yeah, the reason I said sorry if he didn't figure it out is because we're going late. I was waiting for everybody to show up. And you know me. I'm the only one on time. Shaking my head. I gotta wake Keith up. Hey, we got a show today. What? Oh, I'll be right there in 20 minutes usually. But I love that. It's like I love having to call him and wake him up. Hey, buddy. Hey, remember it's Friday? We got a 2:00 show. Yeah, it's a day. Zax is in the chat. Happy birthday, Zax, motherfucker. Brandon, great show with Fat Steven today. Oh, you had Steven
thank you.
on.
Yeah, I was able to schedule him a few weeks in advance, and he was able to be there. So we got to.
Okay,
Well, if it's-
wait. Did he say he was exhausted at any point?
He did say he was pounding the Red Bull.
Yeah, that guy.
Say nowadays?
I make fun of him when he starts doing it. It's like, all right, man, we got it. You're fucking tired.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know what? When he says it so often, I'm thinking about using the Madeline. Kahn
Yeah, I
song,
know.
I'm tired.
I'm going to record it one day. Well, actually, I've recorded it many times. I'm just going to find it one day and just use it as an overlap when he's talking and just play it during a live stream. I'm so tired. Give me money. Give me money. Give me money.
Money.
Going through all the chat here. Wow. Got a lot of chat. Oh, PJO is here. Ryan, I told you about PJO. That is Daniel's mom. And of course, Danny doesn't like me calling him Daniel because only my mom calls me that. So I always make sure to call him Daniel. You heard me on the phone with him. Call
Yeah.
him Daniel. I find out what it is. This is how wickedly evil I am. I find out what it is you don't like being called, and that's what I call you. It's just a dick thing
Oh.
I've been doing since I was a kid. Baron Ormanatug, he did the Cylon on the Starbuck episode of Galactic at 1980. All right. Gosh.
It's hard to keep up with sometimes, isn't it?
And by the way, I have an actor friend. He was in Tron. He was in there's Baron. My buddy was in Tron. He was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Journey or Adventure, the first one. And I'm trying to get him on the show. And his name is Dan Shore. and he played the part of. Is that Ron? Who is that?
Flynn.
Oh, it's Flynn. Oh, cool. Where'd you get that?
You know what? I got this at a Walgreens.
Yeah, I've seen them in Walgreens. I should have picked mine up.
Hey,
I had to
Courtney,
pick it up.
if
I
you
had
want to
to pick
join us, I'm going to put the invitation in the chat for anybody that wants to join us. You're welcome to. Boom. There it is. Did you comment, Ryan, in the chat so I can... I want to make you a mod so you can share your link and everything. Did you already do that, Ryan?
Oh, there we go.
I can barely keep this going with one tab at the moment.
Oh,
I tried going
Okay.
on to YouTube, just wouldn't respond. So
Gotta love it when the tech decides to go.
no,
Seems
we'll
to
get it.
happen.
We'll get it. So I want to add you as a mod so you can promote your channel. Share your link in the private chat here with us if you can, and that way I can put it out, or I can just simply hold on a second. I'll do the work. I'll do the labor.
Sure, make Gary work. He's working his fingers to the bones for you all.
Let's go. I'm going to go to the private chat, and there you are. I'll click that, and then I'll put your link. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. Ryan Roger Athe? Is that how you say it? Cut.
yes, Athe. Yes.
All right. Let me get back. And I'm putting in a chat. Please sub to Ryan channel. Spell channel. There we go. Oh, you're fucking retarded. Thank you. There we go. One of these days I'm going to learn to spell shit. So, and Courtney, if you want to come on, all of you, if anybody wants to jump on, please feel free to. You know, every Saturday morning show is kind of a free for all. So before we get War Monkey's here, what's up, War Monkey? The lovely Sherry. Yeah, I finally said something perverted back to you. So you're welcome, Sherry.
Is that why? I've seen the memes she
Well,
dropped.
she
She can be.
She dropped this one meme that shows 3 different women giving blowjobs. You see the woman that's like, you got the woman that's like, in the face, and you get the one that's like, and so I said, oh, well, which one are you?
Oh, shit. You just had to go there, didn't you? You just
Yeah,
had
I'm like,
to.
you know, I'm like, no, she set it up.
That's
She
true.
set it up.
She
Being
did
asked
drop
that
the meme.
question.
And if
Men
you
out
can't-
there, this is your lesson on being Mr. Charming.
I gotta tell you, most of the dates I've gotten in this world is because I was fucking funny. And I would just say something, I would just slam somebody, even the woman. I would like make fun of her. And next thing you know, I've got a date.
The more you know.
The more you
Yeah.
That's
Bum,
right.
bum, bum, bum.
Oh, wait, no. We have the video. Hold on. Here it is. There you go.
You just got learned.
Oh yeah.
I told a guy in the army because he was like, how do you do it? Because I was hooking up with women every weekend. And he's like, how do you do that? And I said, look, man, if I can make a woman laugh, like laugh, I'm gonna get laid in a
Pretty
bar.
much.
If that happens,
Pretty much.
that woman's like, because most women that laugh like that really know how to laugh, snort, or belly laugh to where they almost fart or piss themselves. They're the women I'm attracted to begin with. I like women with good senses of humor. And I like it when I make a joke, especially not a dumb joke, but like a clever one that's like a lot of people will miss. And I hear them laugh. I immediately, my radar just goes, boom. I'm in target mode. Because I find that fun. But Brandon is here. Welcome to the show, Brandon. You are a good friend.
Oh yes.
How are
Thank
you doing today?
Well, I've
How's
got a
that?
little.
How's that
What?
Santa beard going?
Oh, I got rid of my beard. I shaved it in honor of 80s month.
Oh, 80s month. Okay.
Yeah, here I'll show you. See?
My God, you look like a child.
Yeah, when I am shaved, that's the one thing that my wife always bitches about when I do shave. She said, "You look like you're 12." Oh,
Look
that's
who's in the
no.
chat, Brandon. Everybody, look who's in the
Oh,
chat.
Polly!
And
Polly!
of course,
He looks like Benny Hill.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I do?
Polly, if you
Wait a
want to
minute, wait a
join
minute.
us, you're welcome to
I
join
look
us.
like Benny Hill?
Here's the invite again.
Yakety sax, baby.
Yeah, even that got fucking. We got claimed on that the non-commercial version. I fucking get annoyed by that.
Jeez.
There's the invite for anybody who wants to join us. Courtney is here. Hi, Courtney.
Courtney!
How you doing, love? Right.
Hey guys, I'm having some issues with my thing. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
You're having
Hi, how's
issues with
everyone
your
doing?
thing?
Yeah. my
My thing is giving me issues.
You know that thing.
Maybe you see a doctor about it?
I should.
One
Mine does. It's called a
one of those
prostate problem.
gynecologists?
Courtney, I'm doing well. How are you doing, love?
I'm all right. I just found out I have to go to get a ticket to Colorado. Like
signal
within
is not
days, I have to
working.
be there.
Oh, gotta buy
So I'm
some
like,
weed, do you?
no, they're making me do the a doctor's appointment for disability thing, so I have to be there. Yeah, but I'm not too keen on flying right now anyway, and I'm on immunosuppressive therapy, so I kind of stay in my room, so I'm not very
Yeah, you were
excited
saying
about it.
something the other night about that. We'll need to talk about it. We can talk about it behind
Yeah,
the show.
I
We
mean,
don't have to
it's,
do it.
yeah, like, it is what
I'm
it is,
sure if
but
you don't feel
Well,
comfortable.
that sucks. You have to go all the way to Colorado just for that. That seems
well, I get to see my dog, so
Oh,
and,
okay.
you know, the ex kept my dog.
Now, if you don't know who
I'm
this
planning-
is, this
I'm
is
planning an
Cece.
escape, too.
I was having a
the
problem with my thing also.
you're having a problem with your thing.
Oh,
women in your
Hello?
thing. Cece
It's a
is
thing
of course
issue
the
problem
fiance to Dork Knight, Daniel as I
morning.
call him. He's like, my mom is the only person that calls me that. I said, yeah, then I'll be the other person. That's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
call
no,
Danny.
I can't
Daniel-
hear any of you.
Oh no,
What?
Turn your
Ryan.
thingy on.
You have
That
problems
might
with
be
your
a good
thing
thing.
too. I'm sorry.
I'd like to say hello to my son who's in the chat. Hey,
Hey,
Oh,
Heyo.
that's fun. Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
hey, not my son.
Yeah. Hey, not my. Oh,
Oh.
we lost Courtney. Courtney
lost
down.
Courtney.
All
She'll
right,
be
so-
back,
so-
I'm sure.
So I heard
Well,
the broadcast
Colorado.
yesterday.
I can see you fine. It's just I can't hear anything.
Might have to shut down and restart StreamYard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
probably the computer too.
bounce out,
Yeah.
restart, and then come back, and
Operator
hopefully it'll
error.
be better.
Yeah.
Operator error.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think Polly's already gone. I think he just bumped into fucking shit on me, then leave.
He said he's gonna let the dog shit on you, then he'll pop
He's
in.
like, "Yo,
Oh, God.
SA, I gotta poop. Where's Gary?"
Yeah,
Where's
he's,
Danny?
he's blaming the fact he's got to take a poop on the dogs.
Yeah,
Astro.
Colorado.
What's up,
Colorado's only
Astro?
8 hours from where I'm at, so
oh, if only. If
Yeah,
only it were the 8
well-
hours from where I'm at.
Yeah.
I could
So-
hop in Big Red and be there on $300 worth of diesel. So yeah.
Hey, Keith,
That's
what
how-
happened to your piano?
Oh,
Say
he
what?
couldn't afford it. Had to sell everything.
You had to sell the piano? Now he's up in cloud 9, eh?
Yeah, he was virtually he had to sell his virtual piano.
Keith is our angel up there in the sky, watching down on us,
Mhm.
making sure we
Okay.
behave.
Well, he had to
Polly's-
sell the piano to
Polly's
afford
gonna
the
join
gas.
us. Polly's going to join us after he walks the dogs.
Let the
I don't know
union-
if that's code for sex or if he's actually walking the dogs. We all have codes.
I haven't used that code in
Keith-
a long time.
Keith's code, and this is a fact, I learned this. When he's going to have sex, he yells, "Get off the lawn," or "Get off my lawn."
Oh, wow.
Or is it get on the lawn? I have no idea.
I would just like to say officially, since my son is here, that is not true.
My kids are too
Cover your
young to be
ears,
watching
kid.
this, so yeah.
Keith's son, what's the truth? Tell us the truth.
Yeah, he's not going to tell you the truth.
And he's going to be like, I was traumatized by all the sounds of their sex as a child.
You know, my Tom
It was
says
like
that.
dirty,
I'd like
dirty
you to know
gorilla sex. They were
This
so
is
loud.
the son with all the kids, my grandkids. So let's take it easy, just a little easy there.
All right, I think that we're almost ready to do the actual show now. We're warming
yes.
up.
I thought we were just hanging out.
Oh well, we are. But the first part of the show, I'm like, I just kind of want to, warm up and insult everybody, talk my shit, and then move on to the actual subject matter.
By the
of what
way,
we're doing.
my tank never got scratched. Okay, FYI.
All right.
I heard what he said yesterday. I was like, Danielson.
How you doing?
How
I think one of my favorite moments in pop culture was when Matt LeBlanc was on that Norton show.
Graham Norton.
And the young lady that plays the Dragon Queen, I can't remember her name.
Emilia Clarke.
Yeah, Amelia. Yeah, Amelia Clarke. She's on there and she has a huge crush on him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like really fucking obvious. She is just losing her shit sitting next to him.
She can't look at him.
Yeah, she kept looking away from him. And finally she goes, it's been one of my dreams that you would say, how you doing? How you doing? And he did it. He fucking waited a moment and then he goes, how you doing?
How you
And
doing?
she lost her shit on the show. It was great. It was cute. I mean, that is such an autumn spring relationship, but it was like, I was one of those guys going, that'd be kind of cool if that happened. Oh man, but I'm an old perverted dude. So what do you
Oh yes.
So how is it going down there, Ryan? Is it working better?
That's what she said.
But I'm pumped.
War Monkey, you are now a
fun.
mod. I'm looking to see if anybody else needs to be made a mod.
It looks like his stream is still a
Jason,
bit
our
delayed.
good friend Jason from Springfield, is watching the show.
We were just
Nice.
talking yesterday. Sup, Jason?
I don't know if he stuck around. Tom is here. Tom, if you want to jump in with us, man, you're more than welcome to. I don't know, because he's always so fucking busy.
Yeah.
But,
like
Yeah,
he's
he is.
holding
He's
up
always
but
busy.
I always let him know, man. You're always welcome here, man. I love Tom.
Absolutely.
Tom,
Well-
he's my bro, man. He's my bro.
He's the
I do want to
broski.
say I did have a
He's
great
too deep in
discussion.
editing.
What? Yeah.
About
he's-
what?
Oh, let's see. I had a great time with Fat Steven this morning. We talked one of my favorite animes, which is Trigun, and the movie Badlands Rumble. It is so good. It's so well worth your time. Be sure to check that out and be sure to watch that anime. You will, after you watch it, I think you're going to be like, why am I watching anything else except this? It really is that good. It's a lot of damn fun.
There was this, and I always forget the damn name of it, but there was this sci-fi. They released it as a manga book, but it was a photo manga book, and they released a film right around 1989, 1990, and it was one of the few anime type stories, even though it's live action manga, that had a major black character in it that wasn't a villain, and it blew my mind.
It's not working. I texted
Because
you.
Japan is like notorious. Keith and I have talked about this. They're notoriously fucking racist when it comes
Like
to their
most
anime.
most Asian countries tend to have that streak in them.
Yeah, because when they show
especially-
black guys, they're usually bad guys.
Well,
and
there
their
is
voices
Afro
are just-
Samurai.
Yeah, but that was actually something really introduced through Western entertainment. And
That's true. That's true.
So that was influenced by us. Japan on its own, and I love Japan. I absolutely fucking adore Japan. But it always blew my mind how they are kind of racist. You know,
they're very
and
xenophobic about things like that.
very.
Yeah, they are.
China's just as bad.
China's
Oh,
worse.
Worse.
Yeah. But Japan kind of blew my mind when I started watching some anime, and when I'd see black characters in it, I'm like, what the fuck? If that was done in the United States, people would be fucking arrested.
In that case, don't watch Mad Bull 34. Don't watch it.
I've seen it.
Okay, hold on. Dear brothers and sisters, watch Mad Bull. What was it called again?
Mad Bull 34.
Okay, Mad Bull 34. We'll talk about it in the next group meeting.
It'll get you so angry, it'll knock the black right off you.
Oh God.
Hold on. It'll get you so angry. The white guy I hate says it'll knock the black right off you. There you go.
Barbecue so good, make you want to slap your mama.
Slap your mama.
Well, they did this. They did this pseudo anime, like Gary Anderson puppet show called Starfleet back in the 80s, I believe it was.
No,
and one of the good guys was
you
black.
can call him Jerry. You can call him Jerry because he's actually Jerry.
Yeah, he's right. He is Jerry. Yeah, you guys have to have such confusing names, Gary.
It's not my fault. Blame my father and then my great aunt. She's from Derry, Ireland. She named my dad, and then my dad, being the cunt that he was, named me Gary too. And oh my God, I have 3 children. Okay, Benjamin Brian James Cassell, Sean Patrick Jerry Cassell, and Zoe Kirsten Moira Cassell. All my kids, just like me, I have 4 names. And but my dad
Latinos had a whole bunch of names.
He wanted me to name one of my kids Gary. And I went, why the fuck would I name one of my kids Gary? It's been nothing but a pain in my fucking ass being named the same name you have. And not putting an A in there.
You want to talk about names and how names work in cultures with what I do for my main living. I see lists that have names on it, and typically the ones that are the longest are from Spain or from Italy.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. I've had, let's just put it this way. If each column is supposed to be one part of the name, most of these people that are from there take up 7 to 8 columns. That's how long their names can get.
Well, that's kind of like the British royal family. It's like you have Charles, Duncan, Arthur, Wank Tosser, all across the board. Yeah,
don't
forget
the word occasionally in there.
Now, I want to point out in the chat, Sil Abdul confirmed it. Gary hates everyone.
That's not news.
So if you hate everyone, that means no one is hated.
Here's what I said. When I was in the military, one of the black guys in my platoon says, "Man, you're so cool with everybody." I said, "Well, I'm like the military. I'm an equal opportunity destroyer. I hate everyone equally." And he's like, "What?" I said, "Oh, beneath this politeness, I fucking loathe all you motherfuckers."
That's just how it is.
He believed me. I thought it was funny. Yeah, and Astro was talking about being in Japan. Let me put that up here again. Was in Japan for a time. I was not allowed in certain venues because of my race. It's a thing, and I know it is. When I was at my fattest, I thought about going to Japan because I heard they loved fat people in Japan. I was like, gonna get me some Japanese slang.
Oh God.
And
are we ghosted yet?
You can't argue with that logic. You really can't.
And hello, everyone. My internet was not powerful enough to keep the British internet. Sometimes, like around London, it can get really shitty. I've got other friends over there that have just a bitch of a time being on shows. For some reason, like Viking doesn't have trouble, but he's up in Liverpool. The closer you get to London, I've seen more and more problems.
The more foil you need?
I don't know, man. They regulate it. It's state run.
No.
Internet.
Oh, wow.
They need to fucking stop that shit. They need to get rid of the BBC or just privatize it and do the same thing with internet over there. I feel
as much as I have fear and loathing of our beloved government, that's bullshit. That's worse.
Yeah,
it's worse.
Well, they're having that big push over the England to try to, quit taking our tax monies for the BBC because every television you get taxed on every year for every television you have, and they say,
"Oh, it's true."
I don't want that. Yeah.
And they finally made one thing they did unlawful. I can't remember what it was last year that the BBC was doing. And they said, no, you got to stop doing that. You can't do that. And it was something to do with a tax that they were trying to charge. And they're like, you can't do that.
Yeah, they're
Ryan,
dropping the licensing fee.
Exactly.
They're finally
Ryan,
doing that. And they're going to make them survive on their own. So if that's the case, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, because tax dollars should not be paying for your television.
No, it shouldn't,
Ryan,
in any form.
You're a moderator now, so you can post. And Six, thank you for putting that up for him.
Thank you, Six.
Because Ryan's I really like him. I like his video.
Yeah.
Very, very polite man.
Yes, he is.
And I'm sure that he's just like, wow, Gary cusses a lot.
Well,
No.
we do have the BBC and the British government that thank us for pirate radio back in the 60s. I mean, think about it. Here you had such the most influential music coming out of England. You know, the Beatles, the Stones, all these people. And they couldn't be played on British radio because we're the BBC. We don't want this. You can listen to you at home, but we're not going to broadcast it. And so, let's park the Amiibo 2 and the Radio Carolina off the shores and blast into England.
Well, I know that because when I was in England the first time, I was there for the Teddy Boys and Punk Riot, and I got caught up in the middle of it, like several times, beatings happening right in front of me. And this one punker he was in a fight, and I'm on the tube, the underground, we call it subway, and I'm sitting in there waiting for the doors to close because I can see the fight happening outside the doors. And he's fighting like three guys, and then finally the doors start to close, and he jumps through and turns, sits down, and he's just fucking bloody with giant fucking mohawk, by the way. It's all bent in different directions, and just face is fucked up. He turns and looks at me, and I'm just staring at him like, and he's like, yeah, oh, what's up, mate? How you doing? and I'm like, I just turned to look away from him.
So if I ever go over to England, if I want a sandwich, I don't go to Subway. I go to Underground or the Tube.
They're different. They're different. If you want to, because I'll tell you, there used to be a hole-in-the-wall restaurant right across from Big Ben, and just to the right of the Underground station. And you would walk in, and there was no tables, but they had what do you call them? Bar top attached to the walls. And there were like 4 bar stools you could sit on to eat if you wanted to be there. But you just grab the food and go. And it was a Euro place. And that was where I had my first Euro. They call them doner kebabs there because it's I think they're Turkish instead of Arab. And they call them or instead of Greek, it's the Turkish call it doner kebabs instead of gyros, but it's a gyro. It's shaved beef and lamb put on a pita bread with tomatoes, onions, and I can never say the name of this thing. Tzatziki sauce.
Tzatziki sauce.
Tzatziki sauce.
Yeah, tzatziki sauce. I fucking love that stuff. It's cucumber and Greek yogurt. That's all it is. With a little bit of garlic and onion in it. And man, I would pound down. I was in London, 13 years old. I'd pound down 3 of those fucking things in one trip, and they're dirt cheap. And then they did an expose about 10 years ago about people who went fucking blind from food poisoning from the beef and lamb mix because they weren't storing it correctly, and it would get bacteria in it, and it would get into the central nervous system and then into the optic nerve. Scary shit. Hello, Pop Culture Minefield. Hello, Punk Waddle. How the fuck are you doing? Mohawks are cool.
How you doing?
How you doing? Mohawks are cool. Keith knows one of my other best friends, Ultra Rob Bankus. When I first met him, I remember we were going into Blockbuster there in Lebanon, Missouri. Lebanon.
That was a long time ago.
My God, it was like almost 15 years ago, 16 years ago. And we're walking in, and he's walking out, and he was in this punk band called the Overdogs. And he had a fucking mohawk as he comes out. And he's wearing a leather jacket with spikes on the shoulders. And the first words I ever said, and this was the first time I met him, I said, "You ever fall asleep and get one of those jammed in your fucking ear?" Those spikes on your shoulder. And he goes, "Yeah, I'll let it happen."
That's this piercing, right?
I had no idea we were going to become, within a year, we would become like best friends. And we were doing this thing called Vietnam, where it was fireworks battles in Missouri, and we'd video record them. They're all over the YouTube. You can find them on YouTube. One of the best ones was when a single free bottle rocket that we got from getting gas is used, and it's so cheap, and it couldn't make the across the fucking river because we had the Viet Cong on one side and U.S. forces on one side, and I'm the medic. I didn't partake in it. I was there to make sure nobody died, and I see Sean shoot this fucking bottle rocket, and it just skips like a rock across the fucking river and hits this guy's pillbox. Now, he actually brought his army pillbox, okay? And he had it loaded with $200+ worth of fireworks. And it made it into the bunker and then through a small crack of his fucking pillbox, his little foot box. And it got in there and ignited all the fireworks, and it exploded huge. And it's all on YouTube. I'll find it and I'll share it with you guys. It's hilarious. Because the more upset he got, the more you could hear us laughing on the other side of the river. He was hopping up and down, throwing down his real military gear. It was a footlocker. Oh God, it was funny as fuck. He threw his Kevlar helmet down. God damn it, that was a lot of money. And his voice got higher as it went. Yeah, I know I'm a dick. I get it. Most of my friends are dicks.
Could be worse. You could be an asshole.
You see,
That's true.
I don't ever want to be an asshole, but I have been forced to be one.
Well, everybody can be an asshole, but just being one just because is different than being a dick.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, being an arbitrary asshole just for shits and giggles is wrong. But being a dick for shits and giggles is fun because I do dickish things all the time to my friends. Ryan is still in the chat. It sucks that he's got that shitty. Oh, you're in South Wales. Do you still get the British internet, or do you get private internet? Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else I've missed. Nope. All right, let's get into it, Brandon.
Yes.
Let's get into it. Let's do it. Let's talk
do it
about your show this morning.
Yes. It was a lot of fun. Got to talk about Trigun. Got to talk about the movie Badlands Rumble. The character of Vash the Stampede, why he's one of the best ones out there. And oh, look at that. Looky. Celia!
Oh, hello.
I get a little thingy bogger
Cece,
on.
you became a member.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Don't
Now
tell
you can use the little things that we created.
The emojis. Drop them
I want to
emojis.
get more. As soon as we get enough members, I can add more. And one of the emojis I want to add is a drawing I've done
Of me saying I'm going to do
in Illustrator of a little sack with a couple of penises coming out.
Wow.
The little sack with penises coming out. It's a bag of dicks.
I have a bag of dicks.
Yeah, his name is Daniel.
Let me go get it.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, she's got a bag. She quite literally has a bag of dicks. Well, back onto what we were talking about there for a second.
Yes, Brandon, get back to it.
Vash the Stampede is a great character. The show is great. I finished rewatching it for the third time this morning, hence why I have such a headache, because I was up about an hour and a half earlier than I normally am. But it's such a good show. It was a great discussion with Fat Steven. It was good to talk with him about the things that he's doing these days and what he's covering, and it was just a lot of fun, like it always is. Never a dull moment. And there's the bag of dicks. Quite literally.
Yay! We're actually, Cece, Deanna is looking for resellable, what do they call them? Gummy dicks, a bag of gummy dicks.
I
with
can
an
have
actual
mates.
bag. And I want to be able
You
to sell
can?
them to our members, you know, as
Yeah.
part of the membership. When you become a member at a certain level, you actually get a bag of dicks.
Send us that information.
Okay.
Please do. I
Trust
talked
me.
to your husband enough. You know, he has been such a godsend to our show.
Danielson?
Yeah,
Yep.
Danielson.
Yeah, to my life too, I guess.
Yeah.
He's good people.
Now I got to
He
teach
is.
you the backhanded compliment. When somebody compliments Daniel, you have to say, he's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the thing I do when we'll talk really good stuff about somebody, and then I'll jump in and go, well, he's all right. He's got a good show.
He's all right.
The videos are
Someone
okay.
has to love him, right? Besides his mom.
I mean, here's another one. I've had craps that were
What a
better.
boat.
He's still gonna watch this.
Yeah, I talked to him
Inside, I'm
earlier.
outside.
He was on Salty Nerd, and when I was talking to him, because I said, you know, your mom's going to watch our show and not yours, right?
He's like, you're not watching Danny? I was like, no. I watch him every day. Why would I want to watch him?
Oh, Rogue Disney is here. What's up?
Sub Rogue.
Well, I so totally interrupted. What's his name? He was saying it's his.
Yeah, Daniel was
name,
talking
so
about his
sorry.
show because
My
his
bag
show
of
was
dicks
before ours.
interrupted. Yeah.
But that's okay. Daniel, continue with what you were talking about. And I'm going to make you numero uno here and stand out. So,
Am I numero uno?
there you go.
See,
Am
number
I really?
one.
Okay.
We won't forget number 2.
So, anyways, anime for life. Anime is better than anything going on here in the West. Definitely check out things. And as suggested, if you're going to watch something dubbed, have the subtitles turned on so that way you can check to see how badly they're, at least on the more modern stuff, how badly they're screwing it up or not. You know, there's some of them that are really spot on, some of them that are not. And it was just a lot of fun. Trigun is such a spaghetti western steampunk cyberpunk type of show. It covers all sorts of branches, and out of everything that came out of 97, there in the late 90s, there are 3 shows that everybody should watch at least once. The first one is Trigun, the second one is Cowboy Bebop, and the third one is Berserk, the original Berserk, not the shit that was done on Netflix over the past 12 years, the original. And when you have a second, check out the manga that goes with it and check out the merch, because let's face it, these worlds they built for all of these, spectacular.
Yeah,
so many
Are you referring to
collectibles.
the one that still has the sex in it?
Which one?
Which version of Berserk? The one that had the sex in it?
I believe the 97 one is the one that has it, and yeah, the manga will definitely have all of it and all of its
Yeah, 'cause
glory.
there was some serious fucking in that manga and in the original show.
Well, yes, Berserk is really.
And I got to
good.
tell
And
you, the
thank
Japanese are just the grossest when it comes to big veiny penises. I swear to God.
It does make you wonder if they're compensating for something, you know. When they start doing their tentacly hentai-ish type stuff.
It's like when Eddie Murphy made that joke, and he said something about Japanese having small penises. You hear a Japanese man in the back go, "Yep, they work," you know. And Eddie's response was, he says, "I didn't say the shit was broken. I just said the shit's small."
Yeah, there is a difference between small and broken. That is true.
Eddie Murphy's comeback was so fucking smart and funny. It just, God.
Yeah. But yeah, this we're going to be finishing out 80s anime month this week. I'm going to actually sit down with my new video editing software and actually create some videos, probably some top 5, top 10s to finish out the month. And then next month is I Love the 90s anime, and there is an
have you
shit
watched,
ton of good stuff.
Because I shared it with Daniel, Danny Dork Knight. If you don't have a copy, I have a copy, and I can share it with you, of the 1987 Starship Troopers Japanese anime film.
I think you shared it. I thought I saw it, but my mind isn't fully functional.
You cannot
yet.
finish the 80s without talking about that, because it's an interesting adaptation. Both adaptations, the Japanese one and, oddly, the Japanese one, and of course, the one from the 90s movie, both missed the mark with having the balls to talk about the politics of that fucking book. And I'm like, you cannot fucking do a true adaptation of that fucking book unless you're willing to fucking talk about what he's talking about, whether you agree with it or not. I don't agree with it.
That's the same thing with Planet of the Apes. Nobody's had the balls to actually adapt Planet of the Apes.
Bull's book. But you know what? Pierre Buell is in my shit list because he wrote Bridges on the River, or The Bridge on the River Kwai, which is actually Bridges on the River Kwai.
Mm-hmm.
But and he knew because he was a prisoner. He knew that the French were the collaborators, not the English.
Mm-hmm.
But when he wrote his book, he made it to English.
Yep.
And what made me angry was when David Lean makes the fucking movie, an Englishman allowed an Englishman to still be blind in the film.
Mm-hmm.
And the real person that was the head of the camp for the British was a hero, was constantly risking his life to protect them.
Sounds like another film. Sounds like somebody needs to take another crack at that.
Oh, maybe adapt the Bridge on the River Kwai and correct it.
Well, with modern Hollywood the way it is, I don't give the bastards any ideas. We don't need them touching any more of our culture and
well, I got to tell you, if there's a culture that has been the epitome of bravery, it's been France.
Yeah. Yeah,
their best military is the French Foreign Legion.
Yep.
I served with some of those fuckers. They're crazy. I love them.
They're insane.
You have to be crazy to do that. But
one of the guys I knew from the French Foreign Legion, and he's out in California now. He and I had a battle for years on MySpace over who said USDA Prime Choice Dick Pilot first. And I said, motherfucker, I'm the one who created the USDA Prime Choice Dick Pilot. You just said Dick Pilot. I will give you credit for that because we knew each other in the military.
Dick.
Or not, we didn't say Dick Pilot. I'm sorry, Cock Pilot.
Oh, well, that's
and
Francis. Sorry.
I gave him credit for that. I did, but I came up with the USDA Prime Choice to put in front of it, and so therefore I said
Danny doesn't look happy in the other stream he's doing.
Who?
I'm seeing his face.
Poor Dan. Poor Dan.
Missing all the fun.
Him and that porn stash he's got. When's he shaving that thing off?
Oh, I have no.
Can he do it on the show? I want him to do it on the show.
I can. Yeah, I can when he's done with that, because obviously he's going to be done with that, and then I'll do it live and be like, "You need to shave that off." No, it was worse.
But
he had the whole
see,
thing,
you got to
and then
do it
he
all
went
sexy,
like
Nope.
Make it look like
no Vaseline, just dry like
just
that.
Vaseline, just dry cut it.
By the way, France is so brave. I just heard news that they surrendered to Russia just now.
Oh my gosh!
They surrendered to Russia. That's how brave they are. It just came across the wire, and I know it's a shock, but they have surrendered. And interesting thing about Bridge over River Kwai, they were originally supposed to be singing "Hitler Only Had One Ball," but I can't remember the wife of
I got thrown out of class for saying
She
it
had
back
the
in
other
like
one.
1980.
Hitler, he only had. So they just did the instrumental, Colonel Bogey March, because the person who did that, the wife, the widow, she didn't want to hear them singing "Hitler Only Had One Ball" to that song. So we could have had that in Bridge over River Kwai.
Back in high school, I got thrown out of class a lot. I know it's hard to believe.
Wonder why?
What the hell you say?
From my mouth. And in fact, my the second art teacher, not my main art teacher, I'm still close with him to this day. I'm amazed he's still alive. Johnny Johnson, just a brilliant fucking man. Him and his son are good friends. And but Mrs. Brittle, everybody loves her, and I don't like her. I never liked her back from high school, and because she tried to get me to do paper mache, and I said, Mr. Johnson,
so fun.
Well, Mr. Johnson knew I was an artist. I was already an advanced artist in high school. So he would have me do separate projects from the other students to challenge me. And I said that. And he even told her. But she's like, no, he's going to do what everybody else is doing. And so I said, I'm not going to do it. And so she sat me in the hall. I sat there for a whole semester and failed the class. I got a 0 for the course. And I refused to fucking do what she wanted me to do. And I sat out there and I just drew. I drew a whole comic book sitting in the hallway. It was fun. But well, there you go.
He made up his own class.
But like with Mr. Waddell, who I admired, he hated me. He really did. I knew he didn't like me. But I admired that man. He was a veteran. He served on D-Day, was on the beach and survived, ended up in the hedgerows. But he said, what was, and he wanted some points about Hitler because we were studying World War II technically from the 30s through the 40s. And we were talking about Hitler, and he says, what are the most significant thing about Adolf Hitler? And I'm like, and I always sat in the front of the class, so he couldn't miss, so I could say what I was going to say and get thrown out. And so he was like, yes, Gary. And I went, one nut? What is one nut? Is this Jeopardy? What is one nut? Or he was one nut? Or he had one nut? Well, it doesn't matter. One nut. One nut's my answer. And he just looked at me, he says, go. Just go. and I'm like, because of that?
I believe it. And
my first, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You believe what?
I've got a video clip to share that pretty much sums up.
Is that what that is? Okay.
A Trigun. Yeah, it's only 1 minute and 37.
You got me claimed last time.
I did? Oh.
Yeah, for 2 things, and I had to delete them.
Oh, shit.
Can you turn the audio off?
The audio's kind of part of it. So
crap.
Yeah.
Play 10 seconds and then pause it. And then
all right, here we go.
Because that's what we do with trailers.
Ready?
Oh, what is the malted liquor? What gets you drunker quicker? What comes in bottles or in cans? Beer. Can't get enough of it. Beer. How we really love it. Beer. Makes me think I'm a man.
Yes, it makes him think he's a man.
I could kiss and hug it, but I'd rather chug it. Got my belly out to here. I could not refuse it. I could really use a beer.
Yes.
Is this the original soundtrack?
No, this is a short AMV that someone put together like 15 years ago. That it just who's the band? They Might Be Giants, I think, is who it is.
Oh, I love They Might Be Giants. They were great.
Yeah. So it's just Vash enjoying beer with people on this planet. And it just happens to match the song pretty well.
It does.
I can remember how much I have had. I drank a 12-pack with my dad.
Yep.
My favorite song by them is Istanbul.
Oh, wonderful song.
And of course, I love the theme song that they wrote for Malcolm in the Middle.
Yep.
I saw them in concert once. Very talented men.
Yeah, they were the band before that Canadian band that does a lot of TV show themes like
Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies. They were Bare Naked Ladies before Bare Naked Ladies.
The great thing about that song, Istanbul, you could almost imagine seeing the Marx Brothers singing that song in one of their movies way back.
And it's a historical song. It goes into actual history. And I'm like, fuck, these are thoughtful guys. I love them.
Yeah.
So
it's a
for all
great
of you
song
out there who've never heard of these guys, look them up. They're all over YouTube. Check out their albums.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very learned, very smart, very musical guys.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm probably going to get claimed and have to delete the video later, but I'll go ahead and play it now. Share screen. Just
for anyone that grew up watching cartoons in the 90s, you've actually heard some of their music.
Mm-hmm.
Because they featured this song was featured in an episode of
Animaniacs.
Yep.
Yep, I remember the song.
All right, I'm pausing.
I think the fact that the Animaniacs doing it shows right there that could have been done by the Marx Brothers back in the day.
It's zany.
It's wonderful.
It's got that zany energy.
That it does.
A pipe. Yeah. I thought it was his ding-a-ling.
I haven't heard that phrase in a long time. That's
My ding-a-ling.
I had kids.
Ding-a-ling.
My ding-a-ling. I
I fucking love this song. Go
It's-
check them out. I'm going to stop now before we get in trouble. But my goodness, yeah, because I had to delete. They made me delete your videos from the last time we
Hi,
were on.
Bugaboo.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I know. Well,
not
they're
surprised.
Fucking dicks.
Yeah, they
You
can
look
be.
so happy.
They can be real shitheads about it, unfortunately.
You know, Brandon, there's one other one too that you should
This
probably hit upon.
Hey
Oh,
guys, I'm just not a huge fan of Discovery. I thought we were only talking about Picard. They want to talk about Discovery, so I probably will be joining you.
So,
guys.
you're shaving your mustache, or I
can't
should
hear
say,
anything you guys are
CC.
saying, but
Yeah,
Ryan.
tell
He
him.
says
Tell him.
that we're shaving your mustache live, dry and live.
Okay, yeah, we raise money for charity.
Love you, buddy.
He said, okay.
For charity. Who's this charity check? And how much money is she getting?
I'm changing my name
Charity.
now. Charity.
Right?
You know,
I should be
here's a weird bit of trivia. I've been married to 2 Deannas, and I dated 2 girls named Charity.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yikes.
All when I was living in Springfield, Missouri.
Jesus.
Makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Well, Danny's
like,
my first white boy, so.
And they were all batshit crazy. All of them.
Are you sure they weren't the same person, just dressing themselves up differently? And
Well,
then
here's
coming...
yeah, I know, right? Would that be like creepy as fuck?
Maybe the second time around, you know?
The funny part, because Deanna knows this, I say this. I said, every woman on the planet is insane. You can't have that many
True.
changes going on in your body with chemicals and not be a little crazy. But here's the thing for men. You need to find the one with the right crazy that works with you, that fits your needs, that you
Amen.
can love and deal with. And
Man, let's give him a pie. Yeah.
amen. Because women are fucking batshit crazy.
I'll give you the Sisler clap for that
That's
one.
Danielson.
Oh, Daniel's clap. It's silent, made no sound. He's like, I'm like, that is not clapping. Danny.
What is it, the royal clap? Or how's that
Yeah.
royal?
How many
between
dudes
them?
named Doug have you dated?
Round of applause.
I have only one friend named Doug. Oh no, wait, no. I forgot Doug Esposito up in New Jersey. He's one of my business partners from Charlie Foxtrot Entertainment. He's the one I told you about. When I would call, he has that thick accent, and I would start echoing the accent back at him, and he'd laugh when I do it. And so now when he calls me, he go, Doug, how you doing?
How you doing?
How the fuck you doing, man? And he just cracks up. He goes, "Fuck you, Gary."
You know,
Oh yeah.
Brandon. One more you should probably hit before, like next week, as just to touch upon for the '80s, is the anime adaptation of Lensman, or lack of adaptation, I could say, because for an adaptation, it's horrible. But they did try to do E.E. Doc Smith's Lensman series, and the Doc estate hated so much that they never released it beyond the original VHS.
Definitely.
You'll have to send me something on that because
VHS?
it
Yeah.
doesn't sound familiar to
I
me.
was like,
Oh, I just schooled the anime guy. Give me some kudos here.
Well, you're also old.
That's true.
I don't know if I want to partake in this conversation.
Old age
I'm
and
old than all
trickery.
you fuckers.
Old age and trickery will always overcome youth and skill. Just remember that.
Possible.
And
I'll be 48
said
next
this.
Saturday.
I was joking about this the other day. I said, "Look, I'm close to the end of my life, so killing somebody's really not a problem anymore."
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Incarcerate me for life?
Prison
Oh,
for
that's maybe a
10
year.
years. You know, free food for 10 years, all the anal sex I want. Come on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he went there. He
Bag
went
of
there.
dicks.
It's easy. Somebody asked me what military life was like, and I said, it's a lot like prison, just a lot less gay sex.
Gary will walk into the prison, pass some gas, and hear a voice from his going, sounds like my size.
I just want to say officially,
I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm sorry to my kids and my grandkids. Hey, how you doing? And I'm sorry. And,
Lord, I apologize for that one, and be with the starving pygmies in New Guinea.
Tim Allen said it best when he said that if I'm going to have anal sex, that guy bite it. Whoa, Cece, where'd you go, Cece?
Oh shit, that was too much for her.
Tim Allen says he needs to be hung like an Irishman with a pinky-sized dick. But where'd you go, Cece? Come back.
Courtney's back. She wants in.
Courtney, jump in. But I'm getting ready to start us on the discussion.
Yes.
And
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
What's that?
I thought he
Okay.
was talking to you.
That reminds me, when we talked about the SnyderVerse before and all that stuff, I did see the director's cut of Batman versus Superman. I did see that. And
That's
from
good.
what I remember, it just doesn't grab me like how some other shows do. It was okay, but I haven't seen it again, so one and done, and I was good.
Okay. Hey, that's totally understandable.
Yeah.
All I know is that Warner Brothers wanted that movie to be a certain length and demanded cuts be made, and a lot of those cuts helped the story make a lot more sense than the theatrical version. Again, we seem to be part of a continuing theme. Whatever Warner Brothers wanted pretty much ruined almost every movie that Snyder had until he was allowed to show people what he was originally wanting to do. And then it's suddenly, hey, this is a lot better. This makes more sense. You know, the thing you got to learn about Batman v Superman is it's a little bit of an unconventional way of telling a story, in so much as that going into that movie, here's the only thing you really need to know. Okay. What you're seeing is an entire plot played out as planned by Lex Luthor. He knows everybody's identity.
Hey, Mr. Luthor.
So that's
does.
the story that you're playing out. So
I'm going to read a
go ahead.
message from a gentleman named Keith Moncrief this morning. Let me make sure I read this clearly. Remember when it was announced that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness was delayed due to additional scenes being shot? So then will all of the changes coming to DC films due to the merger? Why was the announcement that the upcoming DC films immediately seen as a bad thing? Especially if it might be just adding more people and scenes to tie Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Black Adam, and The Flash into the SnyderVerse, which everyone knows David Zaslov wants. What Zaslov wants, Zaslov gets.
There you go. Yeah,
So,
Warner Brothers really shit the milk in a lot of things, and hopefully
here's one of the image that he sent, by the way, Brandon.
Yes.
She
Hopefully,
will appear in Shazam and Fury of the Gods.
Well, that would be cool. See, that would, to me, knowing very little about it, that makes more sense. And hopefully the merger with Discovery and having a Zaslav be in charge instead of the jackasses that have been running Warner Brothers and making all their shit worse are gone. It's
going to be more than that ultimately. I'm still a believer that Snyder will be gone after Justice League 3. I think he's going to be done doing stuff. And so what you're going to have is...
But he'll have created something that they're going to continue, you think?
More than likely. Because they're going to tie in all these characters. Again, Dwayne Johnson didn't just put Black Adam together to just create his own individual universe. A lot of the characters and stuff that he came up with, as far as Justice Society members and others, can easily flow right into the SnyderVerse.
The new one?
And it was a lot of work for them because they had to wait 30 years for The Rock to grow up to become Black Adam. Because that was their plan all along.
And the other part of it is, when you look at something like David Ayer's Suicide Squad, which again I
saw
believe it's coming. You know, I believe
An
that
Ayer's
a lot
cut?
of the surviving characters from David Ayer's version of Suicide Squad will more than likely probably make cameos in Justice League 3.
And we're going to get into this Osa Fresh in a minute because that's part of this.
And
because
then
that is their goal, is to have Superman square off.
Oh yeah, that's also going to be a part of all of this. But I again, with Sam Raimi making the statement that he did, I think there's a very likely chance that we are most definitely getting an Affleck Batman movie. And if Sam Raimi directs that, bang zoom, kids.
And you watch it actually hit $1 billion.
Yeah, that will actually hit $1 billion.
They will make a film the fans want to see.
And so, really, the only thing that Snyder actually did that Warner Brothers completely whiffed on, but was originally something that they had wanted him to do, is he managed to successfully make to create an entire universe in a very short amount of time with very few films.
Yeah,
when you see everything that he originally wanted to do and add in all of the notes that he had for what 2 and 3 of Justice League were meant to be, what you're seeing is a complete universe. And Warner Brothers just messed it up. It wasn't anything that Snyder did. Now, you can have your ideas and thoughts about Snyder as a filmmaker, and that's fine. But what you cannot deny is that there was most definitely a plan. It was a good plan. And had Warner Brothers given even half of the kind of support that they gave to the Batman,
oh Lord,
things would really be a lot better overall for Warner Brothers.
And let me read this from you, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Keith Analysis. This feeds into my theory that Justice League 3 could be one massive DC cameo fest. Remember the Justice League? Bruce, a large table with 6 chairs. Diana with room for more. Bruce smirked with room for more. I say there's definitely going to be a lot more to take on Darkseid and all of the armies when he returns for the anti-life equation. I think it's safe to say that Darkseid will not be flying a helicopter with his name on the side, nor get arrested, then placed in the backseat of a police car.
That's my Thanos blast. So,
and he says, look for members of David Ayer's Suicide Squad to be included in the fight, and I think that's a great idea.
All right, from what I remember about that Suicide Squad, I remember it being pretty good, but I also remember that a crap ton of Batman and Joker shit was cut. So what's
Joker?
Are we going to get an Ayer's cut, or is that still?
Oh, it already exists.
Yeah. No, you haven't seen the video that somebody uploaded video from the Ayer cut.
No, I haven't.
Decided to basically compare and contrast the same.
Oh, it's the Joker scene on the helicopter.
Yeah, on the helicopter. When Harley makes it, you see the theatrical version of that scene, and then you see the Ayer cut version of that scene. And remember, all of the stuff in the Ayer cut, just like what happened with Justice League with Zack Snyder, that movie was basically done before Warner Brothers started interfering. So all of the stuff that you remember from the theatrical version of Suicide Squad that was meant to be brighter, funnier, and all that stuff, that was all filmed after the fact.
Now, I want to tell you right now, Tom is in the chat again. First of all, hi, Kaylee. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee.
Midnight says,
Hey, Kaylee.
I wouldn't say tons, but you know what, Tom? Come on the fucking show. You can be off camera doing whatever you're doing and just talk, because I would like your input on this.
Yeah, this is more up your guys' alley than mine.
Yeah.
But then again,
what does that fucking mean? Are you talking about my asshole again?
no, I'm not talking about your asshole. I'm talking about what you have consumed or what your knowledge base is.
Yeah.
I've said it several times. I'm not a comic person.
Yeah.
I understand the basics of it because I have seen what has been produced in film, and I can, fill in some blanks here and there. But when it goes to DC, I am in the dark about all of it.
I'm going to tell you something here because I
I'm
know
with
what
you,
Tom is
Brandon.
talking about. And I do believe that Zaslov is pushing the funding for him to put things back into it that Warner told him to take out and didn't shoot.
Well, actually, according to David Ayer, the movie's done. He said the movie is actually done. It doesn't even need any work. You know, the Snyder cut needed work. It needed a few visual effects. Ayer says that the movie is complete. All they have to do is press a button and upload it to HBO Max. That's really what we're waiting for. The movie's done. And the fact that
it sounds like this spinoff and merger needs to happen so that way we can get rid of all the assholes that have fucked up Warner Brothers and actually get
that's
a good
red
movie
wedding
studio.
That is the red wedding that Keith and I keep talking about.
Yeah.
And this is something that's in the private
St.
chat
Valentine's Day Massacre?
because Tom, Andre, Baum, and Mikey Sutton and Keith and I are in a private chat together. And Mikey is constantly feeding us new information, pretty much almost every day. And sometimes it's every other day. But the fact is he's always putting stuff in there for us to look at. And we have definitely got the gist that there is a red wedding coming for Warner Brothers.
Supposedly somebody's already been taken out. It's looking more and more
this is what I'm saying. Remember that video before Aquaman came out when Jason Momoa did the video camera running through Warner Brothers Studios and all those offices look so empty? That's coming again.
Yeah.
What is Aquaman? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Brandon.
Well, you know, as an
let's go, Brandon. Let's go.
I wish I didn't either.
I mean,
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, I'm an old school DC guy. I always preferred DC over Marvel, going through my formative years and such. And it just seems like what they're doing with the DC heroes is chaos. They don't know what they're doing. It's like, okay, we have the Batman, we have this Batman, we have that Batman, and we're trying to copy the Marvel universe and not doing a successful job. It's hard for me to follow through with the DC movie universe because I'm having I saw the first Suicide Squad movie. That movie I wanted to get up and walk out, but I couldn't because it was with my family. And it's like, what atrocious shit this is.
Then the question becomes: are you abandoning the movie or your children?
Yeah.
Well,
they wanted to watch it. The wife and the kids wanted to stay there. It's like, okay, I guess I got to take a bullet for the team here. But it's like, I'd like to see them be able to just stop. Figure out what you're doing. Quit trying to keep up with the Joneses. DC is its own creature. Go with DC.
Do its own thing.
Right.
Yeah, do its own thing and not try to pull the same shit like what they've done with Marvel. If you're gonna create this universe and have it be similar, or have all the cameos and have all of these people, which they should have the movie rights to everybody.
Right.
They can take their time and do it right, but this is modern Hollywood, and as far as I go, this is as far as DC I go. I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the gum on the bottom of your shoe that gets dragged across the carpet. I am Darkwing Duck. I love Darkwing Duck.
Hey,
Polly!
Hey, Polly!
Look, before I go, let me at least say this. Two things. First, I sent Gary. I sent you some new stuff. I sent you something. It was a tweet from David Ayer, and also a picture that's been put out there. But let me at least say this. The executives at Warner Brothers didn't know what they were doing. The creatives that they had that have had to jump through all the special hoops that the executives had posted, they knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
There was an actual way to actually make these films and not follow the Marvel method.
Mm-hmm.
They never were going to do it. It's that the executives wanted them to do it.
Right.
So now that you've gotten rid of all of the problematic people, we can now allow the creative people that were originally doing this to get on board with it. Now, look at this scene. Those of you that have seen Suicide Squad, can you identify this scene?
It's
The
the
original
final battle.
Suicide Squad or the new one?
The
The first one.
Yeah, I remember this scene. Yeah,
You do?
I don't. No, not
don't.
that scene. Not that scene. But there are things
Yeah.
in there that look familiar.
These
The-
are from the holdover from Justice League, and of course
Well,
who
not
that
a
is.
holdover. Remember, this movie came out before Justice League. Okay, so everybody that you see on the lower left-hand side, that's the Suicide Squad. This is the third act of the movie. Okay, this is the original version of the third act of the movie, because the big giant person that you see standing there, that's Steppenwolf.
Right.
It's what I thought of who it looked like. Now I
Because
do
it
remember
was
what they
directly
did with
connected.
him.
So
Yeah, he was controlling the Enchantress.
Mhm.
Okay, he was using Enchantress to find the mother boxes.
Right.
that was
thing
the
about
original
plot.
story, and they're supposed to
And
fix it and put it back.
that's right. Joker was working with them. And so he was their inside man, which is the reason why those blob things kept trying to take Harley, not kill her. If you go back and watch the movie, she was the only member of the squad who those blob things were not trying to kill.
And we'll go ahead and skip to this one real quick. Diablo survived originally. Harley, and this is from David Ayer. Harley and Deadshot hooked up as a couple. This was changed during reshoots.
Also, Clint Eastwood's son, Scott, had dropped the information that he had a lot more scenes in the movie than what ended up on the screen. You had the fact that the Joker died when the helicopter crashed. Well,
Look at
all
that. It's
that,
so cute. The girls are waving at each other.
And I'm waving at Polly. Hi, Polly.
So
all
let me
that
just say
time-
that in regards to this, and hola everyone in the chat, and thanks for the invite,
No, you bet, Paul.
Gary.
You know we love you, man.
So, the Ayer cut. Ooh, okay. I've had some insight on this for a while. You know, so the word that I had gotten from a very close director who's been on my channel, connection,
Yes.
that it wasn't a good cut to begin with, and that the producers
Probably
went in
wasn't.
there and cut it down. And that's what I heard from a filmmaker who's. So I just wanted to throw that at you, Keith.
Yes.
So basically, it was taking crap and cutting down to even more crap.
Well,
I think they were just trying to,
altered.
polish a shirt. What's up, Baron? I didn't see you there.
Hey, great to see you, Paulie.
What's up, I'm
Polish a turd, it's still a turd. Yep.
That's what my mom always said about me after bath time.
I mean, I enjoyed it when I saw it in the theater. I didn't think it was terrible, but I don't see. This.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first cut too. I thought it was fun.
I just don't see like a burning desire to I'd rather see other Ayer films. Me and Comics Division did a great stream on Fury and Tax Collector. Those are killer movies.
Well, it's
Tax
amazing
Collector
that-
is really good.
It was amazing that they were able to get Fury in the first place. I mean, when he was announced as the director for Suicide Squad, and even he will tell you he wasn't really a fan of that comic. So the big question then comes down to, well, why'd you do it? I mean, if you're not a fan of it, it seems like probably an interesting premise. And according to Ayer, he did it because he put his own David Ayer type spin on his version of it.
Mm-hmm.
But even he admitted that he wasn't very familiar with the comic and wrote the script the way that he did based on what little research he had done. I give him that, okay? For me, it was just, I would rather just, if you hire a director and you want him to do X, Y, and Z, let him do
This goes
X,
with
Y, and
any
Z.
film. You hire them, let them do their job.
Yeah.
I know where you're going, Keith.
It doesn't really make any sense to continue to interfere, because that's how you get Superman 2. That's how you get what happened with the Trank version of Fantastic Four. That's how you get a confusing, messed up X-Men universe that Fox had. That's continual interference.
Yeah, it's been a problem. We know that.
Been a royal problem.
Yeah.
But then again, that's what Marvel is their own worst enemy when it goes to that, and allowing all these studios to piecemeal their entire catalog. And now that Disney has it,
Well,
I'm
I
gonna-
want to go to the chat real quick because
I,
we have some people that
I
jumped
have to
in.
go though. So
All right, Keith.
Bye,
See you
Keith.
later,
Keith.
brother.
Bye,
Good
Keith.
seeing you,
Where you
man.
going,
buddy.
brother? Hey,
Coolest
where you
black
going?
man I know.
I just got here.
I have
It's a
to.
beautiful day,
I
though.
have things that have to be done today.
You gonna leave
and
me alone with all these guys?
You know
Well,
what, man?
the ladies are here.
We're
All right,
only
all
going to
right.
be
The
going
ladies
for
are
another
here.
10 minutes, Paula. You're safe.
You
You're
and I
safe.
have a special connection because you are a very, very cool dude. I love your hat. I have a hat almost exactly like that. And let me
Polly
just
is the
say,
best
man,
hat.
You got to
It
wear
always-
it next week.
if I have to leave, I can think of nobody that I would rather have take over for me than you, Paulie. You are phenomenal. To everybody else,
Take care, bro.
love you guys.
Hey, take
Have
care,
fun.
Keith.
And
Bye,
Keith
Keith.
is going off to do black guy stuff.
Oh my God.
True.
We'll see you, Keith. You take care.
Later,
Well,
brother.
that being said, Keith, stay brown.
Have a good one, Keith.
I love it.
Well, let's see.
But I want to say hi to
Can
some
I
people
ask
that jumped in.
Go ahead.
Pat is here. Good to
No.
see you, Pat. Soul
that hat.
Assassin
Oh,
jumped
oh.
in.
If Paulie has a hat, I have to have a hat.
There you
So
go.
now we have to all
Uh,
get a hat?
Martin Acosta Santana is here. Que tal, mi amigo? Love you, man. Let's see. I think that's it for people that jumped in. War Monkey is here too. Okay, there we go. I think we're all caught up. I heard somebody pop in here. Oh, it's Captain
Yeah,
Trek. There you go, Captain Trek.
Thank you.
But
trying to
yeah,
find my
as
book
we
over.
fade into the ending of the show, because I have a short story I have to read today by a friend of ours, Paulie, and I need to read that because I'm going to illustrate his short story, and looking forward to reading that today. And
Yeah,
I-
man.
I've
I'm
got the
excited.
next 4 days by myself. Nobody bothered me but my dog. House is empty. Everybody went
Great.
to the new farm that we bought, and they're
Ooh.
all camping out there.
Oh, snap.
So it's
Nice.
No wonder it's
Yeah.
so quiet over there.
Yeah, my doggy's asleep over here next to me. She's like sound asleep. She heard me say Taylor. Taylor. Yeah, fuck you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about another Taylor. Don't yawn at me. Fuck you, dog.
Damn.
I love that dog. She's my baby girl. But as we go out, let's just do our free for all, or we can talk some more DC stuff because I think we did that thing that we really needed.
I
to
did
do.
have a something of what
Okay,
could be
Steven.
considered a controversial
it.
question. Are you defending Zack Snyder now because you hate Walter Hamada more?
Oh, I have already said this on the show. This is the lesser of two evils. I actually do like most of Zack Snyder's work, but as far as DC goes, I was very displeased with his handling of Superman. I know the first film, Keith has defended him for Superman or Man of Steel, but I said, oh, come on. Even in his interviews, he proves he doesn't understand who Superman is. It's just not a character he understands. Henry Cavill, on the other hand, in his interviews, and you can go back and see all those interviews where he's talking about who Superman is, he gets it.
Then
wanna
again,
see
Henry Cavill's a
Cavill.
fan. Henry
Yeah,
Cavill is a nerd like
he's
us.
He's a nerd just
One of
like
us.
us. That's
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Look
he's
at that.
totally one of us. I saw him build his computer. He is uber nerdy to the core.
That is a
He's just
nerd.
Hell yeah.
he's just a buff ass man. That's a nerd.
Builds Warhammer 40K and references it in the interviews.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's nice when those leading men, those and women are fans of what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Amen,
it's,
Paulie.
It's whether they're nerds or geeks or they're into it, they respect it, and they love the fans themselves. So it's always refreshing.
Absolutely, and
It makes a big difference. It really does, in my opinion, when they take on these
nerds
these
want
roles
that.
if they know it.
Yeah, we want that. We want to see someone that's passionate about playing that character for us.
Absolutely, and that's why I could tolerate the first season of The Witcher. I haven't seen the second. I'm hesitant to dive back into it because of how much respect and knowledge of the lore that I have for The Witcher. I've got the audiobooks and I've listened to them all, so I get it. And
It's
he
really
gets
good.
it, and-
I've enjoyed what I've seen so far of season 2. It's kind of an echo of the first season, so it's going to have things that they clearly changed.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
really
God.
love Henry Cavill's good in it. I don't care.
Yeah,
He's
he is
so
really
fucking good.
If you let Henry Cavill do his job on a subject that he knows lots about, he will produce a quality product, and he has shown that time and time again. He really has.
Because he cares.
I like season 2 of Witcher. You know, I binged it like as soon as it came out, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, nobody's going to listen to you while you have that mustache, dude.
Well, here's a throw out. How do you think he would do his Highlander?
Paulie's rocking it.
Look at that thing. Look at him drink that coffee with that mustache. I'm sorry, man. I can't take my eyes
Wiggle
off
it,
you,
baby.
dude.
Wiggle it. Wiggle it.
I think Cavill would be great.
What's up,
Oh man. Damn, we've got some Tom Selleck action going on there.
Oh, yeah.
Paulie, they haven't made fun of your mustache.
I just got
They haven't
called.
made fun of my mustache?
I got called
And
Chuck
they haven't.
Norris.
They keep
I don't really have a mustache. This
And
is just
the
like
exciting news is that CC is going to shave his mustache off on our show live.
That's exciting.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's exciting news, Polly. Come on.
They're shaving.
Oh, hey, if the women love it, hey, who am I to say anything?
Hey, man.
What you need to do is give him a little shitler, you know.
Dude, that's what I was going to say. I want
right
to do
here.
the J. Jonah Jameson.
Wow.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is a menace.
You
know
really
what? That's
do
a
a
good
very
idea.
good
Make sure-
J.K. Simmons. You really
Make
do.
sure you record a couple of kind of like little videos for whatever you need to do for your channel with that. Then you can shave it. So,
Yeah.
Your mom says, "Son, get blade and shave online."
He needs what he needs to do is
Polly,
put
that
a
is
Hawaiian shirt on.
PJO is
Magnum
Dark Knight's
PI?
mom.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
all right.
So I was gonna shave this off, but my daughter, I don't know if Cece told you guys this story already, but when she came over last night, she loves it, and it blew me away. Like she
Would
was
she call you Henry Clifford or something?
she made up
Clifford?
some silly name,
Gerald Clifford. That's what she
something
called
like
you.
that. She was just like, "You look like a sitcom dad," and I was like, "I feel like I look more like
that's
Ned
cute.
Flanders, but okay."
Ned Flanders.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't
oh my goodness.
All right, Keith just sent me this photo. Let me share it real quick. Where's the screen at it? Here we go. He's wearing a hat. He wanted you.
That hat's
Gosh,
wearing
yeah.
him.
Looking boss.
I think there should be a rule that anytime Paulie comes on, all the men have to wear a hat.
Well, I'm always wearing a hat.
Oh, you always are.
But I've got racing caps. I've got a fedora.
I don't know you. I'm sorry. What is your name?
Talking to my lady.
Yes,
Oh,
Cecilia.
hi, Ceci.
Cecilia.
Sí, Cecilia. Me llamo Cecilia. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. Cecilia.
She's the cool one.
You can wear anything you want. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, don't say that.
Or nothing at all, baby.
Yeah,
Wait,
be careful. She said some things earlier, dude.
Whose
She
better
actually
half
has a
are you?
bag of dicks, by the way.
I just realized they were calling me
Bag of
Cece.
dicks.
That was my nickname. That's fine.
Wait, are you a better half of Gary?
No, Daniel. Dorkman.
Daniel?
Nice.
She's
Good
the
job,
cool
Dork.
one.
Here, I'll even move them up next to each other.
job,
So
Dork.
There we go. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Hey, how you doing?
How
We gotta
you
look at each
doing?
other
Well,
now.
poke
Yeah,
you.
how you
On
doing?
the list of invites, she's higher than him to come on here.
Oh
That's
shit,
how
we
cool
got
she
porn
is.
bots. Porn bots
Yeah.
in the house.
It's because
And
I'm
it's
here.
been
There's the hot girls
smashed.
and boys.
Well, time to click on those. Yes, what's going on?
Anybody wants to delete them, go for it.
Time to click. Okay, Captain Track, go click on them.
So are the 142 people watching us right now legit, or is that porn bot shit?
God
It
only
was up
knows.
to more. It was up to more.
There was
Very nice,
more,
sir.
and but I don't know. I'm
says
already.
152.
I got to get to your book, Polly. So
It's a quick, there's no rush. It's
It's a
what,
quickie.
9,000 words.
I like
you
doing
know.
it while I'm inspired, and so what
Good
I'll end
time.
up doing is reading it, and then I'll probably do some quick sketches based off of what I read on the story today.
I gotta, there's about 6 of you guys that are like from like different avenues, like of creativity that I'm like waiting to hear back. Like, what do y'all think?
Yeah,
man.
Is your
I'm
book,
looking forward to
Polly?
reading it today.
Yeah, I
What's
wrote.
that?
I write a lot, and this is
were talking
this is the most recent thing that I finished.
Oh, good.
Right
Cool.
on.
Yeah, I just don't talk about it.
Right on.
Humble man.
Sorry, I'm laughing
I
at
love that.
Six's comment.
She
Yeah.
loves that comment.
Porn stash attracts
I'm
the
not
porn
for
bots.
real. That's for
Oh my
real.
God.
That's
It's a
You
thing.
know, enough people give us super chats. I'll start taking the shirt off and stuff. I'll be like,
Oh, hey, baby, I became I have the little chingadera on my name. Did you see that?
oh, your little wrench? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I got a wrench for you, baby.
Because I try to give everybody a wrench so they can promote their show.
Chingadera.
Yeah, la chingadera. Cuando no se
Cecilia
rompe.
must be from the Southwest.
She's what are you, baby? Guatemalan, but she was born
My
and
mom's
raised. She's straight out of
Guatemala.
Compton. Crazy motherfucker called CC.
You're
she
Compton?
literally- Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I feel
And
sorry for Daddy.
I have a lot of Hispanics
I don't.
in my family.
Oh, yeah?
And
I love Hispanics.
like, well, my brother-in-law, I've known him. He's like almost like he's almost like a dad or an uncle more than a brother-in-law, because I've known him since I was a baby. He used to babysit me in the restaurant that he helped manage with my mom, and he married my sister, and they've been together for so long. I called my sister one night and she answered, but I thought it was him, and because they've been together too long, they sound alike. And so I said something to her.
You're
in
never
Spanish.
gonna see me with a mustache, though.
So I said something in Spanish to her, and she's like, "Oh wait, I'll get you Joe." And Jose gets on the fucking phone and he starts yakking at me. I went, "Joe, it's me, Gary. Stop! I don't know what the fuck you're saying."
Hey, speaking of air, Gary, he grew up in Compton, South Central.
Did he?
He sure did. That's why a lot of his work is, End of Watch, Tax Collector,
I love End of
Training
Watch.
Day. I mean,
Training Day. God, I love that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think there's a movie he's made I don't enjoy.
This is for Cece, but I think Polly might like this. I might be white on the outside, but I'm brown on the inside, Holmes.
Caquita Brown.
He finally watched it.
I just watched it for the first time the other day.
Dude. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna do a watch party on Blood In, Blood Out soon, bro. So we'll have you
Dude,
guys
I'd
over.
love to be on that.
Let
That was
me know.
yeah. We watched it I watched it for the first time with her the other night, and I was like, first of all, I couldn't believe how long it is. It's like 3 hours long.
But it's epic.
That's
I
what
never
she
seen
said.
it.
It's epic. They don't know how to tell stories like that nowadays.
Yeah.
Man.
No, it was
Mm-mm.
really complete
wrong with-
arc.
Nothing
And then
wrong with
he's
a
all,
long
"Give
movie
me
if it
some
keeps you.
popcorn."
Yeah. Have you seen it, Baron?
No, not yet. I'm going to have to off your recommendations.
I haven't seen it either.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
Dude, it's and you'll be surprised that it's got a star-studded cast. Like Danny Trejo's in it, Billy
Oh.
Bob Thornton's in it.
I love Benjamin
Biff
Bratt.
from Back to the Future. Benjamin Pratt's in it, and he's a fucking punk, if you ask me. But whatever.
Did you
He
did
is.
you see the reunion panel we did on Midnight's Edge
Yeah, it was great.
last
did
year?
not.
Yeah,
no.
We had
Yeah,
them.
that was great.
We had everyone on the damn. In fact, we had too many people on it, but we had Ben Bratt and Jimmy Santiago Baca, who wrote it, and Taylor Hackford.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Or
Yeah, send that. I gotta watch that.
link in
Let's
the
connect
private
on
chat.
Twitter, bro. Let's connect on Twitter.
Yeah.
But we'll let's do a watch party soon. But sorry, yeah,
Polly, can you do me a favor? Just
No.
comment in chat real quick because I want to
No.
give you a wrench.
no, I'm already a wrench. I don't know why you got too
Wow.
many
Are you a
wrenches in there.
Why you-
I want
why
to
you
make sure
there?
that all my friends can
Here's
promote
the thing. I'm going to
shows.
call out Captain Trek right now. Yo, you're on the panel. Don't put your own website on there.
I didn't say hi. I
Too
didn't
late.
see you, Trek. Hi.
I love you, Trekkie.
He's a good guy.
Oh yeah. Well, I'd love to stick around longer, but the wife's out. She had to take the youngest to her less significant other, and the doggy is looking at me like she needs to go out. And I've sat in this chair for way too damn long, and my tailbone's ready to kill me. So I am going to check out. It's good to see you all as always, and
Likewise.
I'll be around this evening. So
He's really doing that 200-mile run to get some weed in Colorado. That's what he's doing.
Brandon,
I don't need to go 200 miles. No, it's longer to go to Colorado than that, but I don't have to go there if I really want weed.
Love you, Brandon. I'll hit you up.
Thanks,
Hey,
Paulie.
brother.
Take care. Take care.
See you,
man.
Love
See you,
ya.
Gary.
Live long and prosper. And hey, I want to thank Soul Assassin for that link.
Dude, now that's a wrench.
Cece and I are gonna watch that video of yours, Polly, afterwards. But I'm still gonna. I think I already follow you on Twitter, but I'll hit you up.
Okay. Yep. And you know I'm joking, Trek. Trek got real quiet.
Yeah, why?
Is he there?
Are you there?
I kept
I'm here. Come on, Trekkie.
Earth to Captain Trek. Earth to Captain Trek. Over.
Yes, I'm here.
Captain on the bridge.
Captain Trek to
I owe you a visit, man.
Punk
Uh-huh.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna invite you after that.
Yeah, you ain't coming.
Come on, bro. You know, come on. That's funny.
I just had to see how far you'd go.
Right.
All right, I just DM'd you, Polly.
like
we
that.
actually
He waits in the
we
silence.
follow each other. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I just DM'd you.
Yeah. I followed you immediately after we first met on one of these channels. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same with me because I met Captain Trek on somebody else's channel, and I was like, I like this guy.
I mean, I was doing a live stream, just a guerrilla one, as I called it. He popped in. I was talking about Star Trek. He was spouting off in my chat, and I said, "Okay, come on my chat. We talk."
We need to get him.
It was the extreme
I got him on
opposite.
there.
It was
Had
the
a great
extreme opposite with Courtney.
I know. I was just gonna bring that
watched
up.
your show, and I was in the chat, and I said, "This is a terrible show."
Hey,
That's why it's
who
on
are
late
you
night,
people?
Gary.
Why am I
Have you-
watching you?
Gary,
That's why I air at 2 in the morning.
have you linked Polly up with Ivan yet? We were talking about that last week. How the two of them need to get together.
No, I
Ivan-
said. Well, I've told Ivan that I need to connect him, and so I tagged him with Mikey first. But I need to introduce Polly to him because he really needs to be on there. Ivan's brilliant, man. I fucking love that guy. And he's
Gary,
a martial
when you
artist too, Polly. He's a martial artist.
Yeah, like we you know, the videos from a week ago was about hell, I don't even remember what it was about because we call it the theater of ADD or whatever, but it was
that's what we call this show.
It was a lot of fun conversation, and your name kept coming up, and like we were just like, these two gotta get together. So you see a show with the two of them together.
I mean, yeah,
Ivan's
that's
such a sweetheart, man.
I train a Mexican Iron Man. I train a bunch of people. And,
with martial arts.
You mean Mexican Iron Man is trainable?
Yeah.
Hey,
He's
any
got
Latino is kind of
Did you see the lightsaber war? Paulie got kind of his butt whooped.
Why you got to bring that up?
I feel bad too because you did hurt yourself. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, like
I sucked watching.
I don't know. And then of course it was recorded. It was in my front yard, and we had driven down from Northern California, and then he busted out these lightsabers at dusk or whatever it was, and we started doing moves, and he's like a real, he knows how to wield them.
Oh, I could show you a video I've got, and I'm half tempted to grab them. I used to do because I'm not necessarily a cosplayer, but through the various charities, I've been in the cosplay community for almost 2 decades. But I used to do like lightsaber, like I can do like a lot of badass shit with a lightsaber.
Do you want your lightsaber?
So can Mexican Iron Man.
No. But if you want to get me another coffee, my love, I wouldn't say no to that. But
can you write your name in the snow with your lightsaber? That's the big question.
I like the way he asked too.
He did actually ask
right?
way nicer than my ex.
Yeah.
Would have.
My other half just
I
walked
guess
in.
that's nicely.
¿Qué
Oh, my
pasó?
Oh, ¿qué pasó?
Romy just walked
But
in.
no, I'll have to. Man, it's a lot of fun too, man. Because so my son, when my 23-year-old son, when Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith came out, we went to Star Wars Celebration 3. Yeah, oh, thank you, baby. I was just kidding, but that's sweet. We went to Celebration 3 in Indianapolis, Indiana. And took the RV and made like a whole, it was an epic thing, and they were premiering. They did a premiere of the movie there, and everybody's like in costume, and it's like a sporting event, and everybody kept saying my son looked like Anakin because he was so small at the time, like from the first movie. And so, and we had and he was in a little Jedi robe, and I've got a cute little video of him training with Darth Vader at this thing. And he goes, so this dude brings him down to there was like a stage area in front of the movie screen. And this dude made my son look like a badass. He was like jumping around, rolling, lightsaber dueling with him. And all my son had to do was just he was just swinging at the guy, but the guy made him look like $1 million. It was really cool. So yeah. And then I got into it because I was like, I want to do that with my son. And then just like, I can,
I don't know. I don't know anything about that, right? So
Yeah.
Mike made me look like an idiot.
You guys are so cute though. They were playing like little kids.
I was
and
playing
Mike
like a
was,
little kid,
at
but he
him.
like
I know he was like real.
he went
deal,
all like samurai on me. I was like,
Dude, no. I mean, it's
and
a
then
lot
at
of
one
fun.
point,
Like,
yeah, because it's a heavy saber. At one point, it smacked the top of my hand, and I was like,
oh yeah, that shit does hurt because like I've got the I forget what they're called, the master replica ones, I think is what it's called, but like they're
He's
pretty
got a
heavy
collection.
duty.
Are they
Yeah.
are they blade heavy or so they're more?
His hilt, yeah, was heavy.
Yeah,
So,
here.
like both of them, the ones that we had. I mean, he's got some real cool collections. I know he was like this year. He's like, all right, I'm gonna cut back on my saber.
I've got a pretty dope. I might have her grab him. I've got a Vader one, or actually I have two Invaders.
To that.
And
You
then
don't
I
need a
have-
link to that.
Huh?
Sorry, Dork. No, 6 wants to see that video.
And then
I saw live.
I got
no,
the
he had it.
original Anakin one that Luke ends up losing when he gets his hand cut off. I've got a replica of that one. And then I got I got like 4 or 5 over there just because, like, unfortunately, me and my kids would go ham and they're LEDs, I guess, and they get all splotchy. So I've had to buy so many of them just so we can keep playing. But next time I buy one, I'm going to go with this place called Ultra Saber because supposedly they're indestructible and that stuff won't happen with those. Because
Okay, I'm grabbing the link to it. Okay.
Hey,
I'm
Polly,
grabbing the link.
this is from Ivan Ortega's channel.
Yeah.
Because one of the plans he had for doing his fan edit of The Last Jedi was to re-choreograph and reshoot some of the scenes and do digital effects to make it look like Kylo and Luke Skywalker.
Oh God!
And so he
They're
and
heavy.
his partner were rehearsing, his martial arts partner. And here's some footage of that practice session.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
heavy.
The thing would fly out of my hand.
Look at this beautiful hilt, though. It's like
Nice. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Oh, that was a nice part. Yeah. Wow.
that's pretty good.
That was what he would have added. He wanted to use the
Is that
Force.
Yvonne?
Wow,
that was cool.
Yep.
That is Yvonne. No,
That's,
this is a couple years ago.
that's
Yep.
what they should have done. What
he
the hell?
disappeared. He disappeared for a while because some shit went down in his life. I was
I
aware
think
of all
it's
of it.
CC. I think she's pouring coffee session.
He got attacked by Star Wars fans for doing the fan edit and doing some of the shit that he was doing. And
You're
it's
talking about Ivan?
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the guy. I've been talking to him for a while. And so now we're going to do that show, and I'm hoping you're still going to be available for it. The action movie breakdown with martial artists talking about it, and he's agreed to be on it. I've got Memnock, who's an actual student of Jeet Kune Do. His master he's 1 degree separation from Bruce Lee, which is awesome to me.
I just want to point out the moment he whipped it out with the
The
porn
moment
stash,
he whipped
the
it out,
cams.
what the fuck?
The moment he whipped
That
it out
sounded
with the
dirty,
porn
you man.
stash, there's those sex cam stuff in the chat.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Cece here whipped it out, and she's jumping in back in.
Whip it out.
Cece, by the
What
way,
I
people
got-
thought,
this is,
people thought
what-
someone was peeing, so you might want to
Obi-Wan's.
mute next time you're making coffee.
Oh, I like that.
No,
lightsaber.
actually, I did go pee, but I took my headphones off. It was
I
the
just go
coffee
sit
that
here.
was going on.
That's why
I
I
was
see
like, wait a
these
minute, I gotta
bottles
take this
right
off.
next to the camera.
This is why I have 2 of the Darth Vaders because we go so crazy at it. We broke this one.
Oh
Right.
wow!
Yeah, so that's why. And I gotta have the Darth Vader. So we bought a new one, and then that's not broken. So
God, my other half's such a big kid.
yes, I am.
That's the wonderful thing about nerds. We never really grow up. But,
It's a different
No!
storytelling style
we
than
collect our toys. I've got this is my prize and joy right here. I fucking love this thing. I have so
You're
many
blurry.
toys, but I have the
Oh.
sculpt,
Dun, dun, dun,
really well done Indiana Jones.
I dressed up as Indiana Jones for the cosplay countdown like 10 years ago. It was pretty
Well,
cool.
now you can do it as Magnum PI as
There
Indiana
we go.
Jones.
Get that.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Good stash.
Yeah.
But,
So how does
yeah,
this thing
we've
work?
don't.
How does this thing work?
The soldier in me just
Careful there.
wants to knock it out of your hand, even though I know it's not real. But that's the end of the show. We've had a lot of fun here, but I got to get to reading a short story.
You've been reading that story since we started.
I haven't had a chance to.
So I do occasionally I do voiceover stuff. If you want me to read it,
Well,
to
you and I need to talk about something that I'm planning to do animation wise. But we'll talk about it later. But
for sure.
All right,
I want to thank you guys.
the video?
Holly, thanks for dropping in, man. Thank you, Tom, for dropping in the chat.
Did
I know
he bring
you're
his
busy.
video?
He's always editing, man. That guy just has no life.
Tom?
Yeah, Tom. I just because we had a heart-to-heart last night because of all the shit that went down over the stuff on the show yesterday. Our show and his show.
It didn't have anything to do with anything I said, did it? Because I know I said some racy shit.
No, it's not.
Don't you?
I'm gonna get on you about being high on the show because even though you're a lot of fun, it's just like, man, you could really bring it down so quick. There was this time I found a dead body.
Sorry, man. Just
You're just
shit.
supposed to say
love
never
you,
mind.
Dan. I love you, man. You're fucking awesome, dude. You
thank
really
you.
are.
Love you too, man.
Even if the show goes down, I'm very amused by you and the shit you say. People in chat might be going, I think we better leave. I'm still here watching, going, oh my God, this is great. I'm never going to delete this. What the fuck did you just say?
I ought to hit up Kyle to clip out all like my depressing rants I've gone on and make like a one video.
Do not ever delete those, man. They're fucking awesome. I want to thank Six for helping mod the channel. Everybody that helped, I appreciate it, man. A lot of fun, great chat today, great show. I love Keith. I'm sorry I had to leave early. He's my reason for living.
He's
why I
your
do the show.
hetero life mate, huh?
He's become my heterosexual life mate. Yeah.
It's a bromance.
It is.
Oh, I did want to say this yesterday. I forgot to, but Six, it was nice meeting you yesterday. You're a 10 in my book, hon. So thanks.
No, there you go. It's a great compliment.
I see what you did there.
This one goes out to you, Danny.
You one ugly motherfucker.
I'll take it.
This one's for Polly. The
other day, I went up to my girlfriend. I said, I'd like a little pussy. She said, me too. Mine's as big as a house. You see, she wanted a little one because hers was big as a house.
Predator. I know you love Predator, Polly.
I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine.
You got time to duck? I got time to bleed. But thank you, Polly, for popping in. Courtney, CC, Dork Knight,
Yeah, man.
Captain Trek, Deleted Scenes, Baron,
I got
Brandon, of course, who's going to.
Yeah, I got a new video coming out in a half hour.
Oh, what is it?
It's secret.
It's another reboot headlines.
Uh-oh. Everybody head from here over to Polly.
Selena Gomez has signed on to be the executive producer. I don't know if she's going to act in it. It's a
you don't do the scoop here. Just go check it out on Polly's channel.
But it's
When are you doing that? Right after this, or
it's debuting in a half hour.
Half hour? Okay. Oh, so it's not
'cause
live.
I didn't know
You're
how
doing the
long it was
premiere?
going to be on here, so I
Okay,
just pushed it back.
Okay.
For Keith, I always tell Keith this video is for him. Keith, if you're still watching,
You're ghosting us, motherfucker. I don't care who you are back in the world. You give up position one more time, I'll bleed you real quiet. Leave you here. Got that?
I fucking love that movie. I'm getting all kinds of clips, Polly, to add to the channel so I can just pop stuff. And for those of us that
Did
were
you ever
talking
get
about-
the More You Know one that I was?
Yeah, I get it right here. There you go.
That movie stars Elpidia Carrillo, the Latina that survives,
Yeah.
with Arnold.
Yeah.
She got cast in.
Of course, it had to be a Latina that survives. Come on.
I
We
mean,
don't
come on.
die easily.
In the Central American jungle. She's in the new Blue Beetle movie as one of the family members of Jaime Reyes.
Fuck yeah! All right, that's
It's
cool.
a great cast. George Lopez, she's in it. Xolo's gonna be Jaime Reyes.
I forget what was the Latina, because I was such a fan of hers back in the '80s. She was in Predator 2.
She, Maria Conchita Alonso.
Conchita.
Maria
God,
Conchita
she's fucking
Alonso.
good. I like to see more of
She
her.
was great in Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, fuck yeah,
no,
she
no, no.
was.
That's Elizabeth Pena. She was great in Moscow on the Hudson. With
Robin, yeah.
Yeah.
That was her?
Ages since I've seen that.
I got to go back and watch that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Years.
Yeah, man. Fucking good stuff.
Yeah,
Good
but
stuff.
Elpidia was great in that movie. Predator. I mean, Predator is that whole cast. The Body.
God, I love Predator. That's one of those
Bill
movies I
Duke.
could
It is
watch over and over again.
But with that, I'm going to
Yes.
wrap this show up. I want to thank you guys. Stick around after the show if you guys want to talk for a minute or two. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I want to thank everybody for being in the chat. What a great chat today. And see you guys next time. Yeah.
Hasta la
Hey
next.
guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show, please remember to like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell icon.
I love Keith's voice.
Remember, you can find us at Pop Culture Minefield on both Facebook and Instagram. Thank
and
you
Twitter,
again.
goddammit. Why do you always forget that, Keith?